I'm gonna be honest. This Raw, I went in with a lot of expectations. I think a lot of us, after watching last week's episode of Monday Night Raw, we had that thought. Okay, you know what? Last week's Raw had a lot of good things happening, right? Oh my god, it felt like Raw was great last week, so was SmackDown, even NXT to an extent, right? They did a hat trick on the road to WrestleMania. And you're like, okay, this week they're going to continue that momentum. Oh my God, I cannot fucking wait. And I'm serious when I say that. I was actually looking forward to Monday Night Raw tonight. Live from Philadelphia. Oh my God, it's a smarky town, right? The Northeast. I've been saying that for a long time. The Northeast is considered to be the most passionate wrestling fan base in the country. Sorry, West Coast. Sorry, Midwest. Sorry, the South. Just keeping it 100. And I felt like tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw really just felt like they took a few steps back. That's my honest opinion. There was some stuff that I did enjoy, but other than that, we'll get more into that, okay? And especially the ending of Monday Night Raw with Ronda finally snapping and the Shield apparently reuniting for a limited time only. But anyway, what is up, you sick twisted motherflowers? It's me, it's Steve. I'm back with a new video. I'm live, if you will. Thank you all for tuning in live tonight. This is your Monday Night Raw review for March the 4th, 2019. Raw just went off the air like a half an hour ago, and here I am now live. Now, thank you all for tuning into the channel. Hit that sub button down below. Give us a big old thumbs up. Share through social media, Facebook, Twitter, what have you. Early in the day, I actually uploaded a video. I gave my thoughts on the whole Arn Anderson, Alicia Fox situation. So we found out why Arn Anderson was released by WWE because of Alicia Fox and her being intoxicated, and he allowed it to happen. That video is up in the archives of this channel, so if you have not checked that out, go give it a watch whenever you get a chance. Also, we mentioned this past episode of the T-Mail podcast, literally last night. We mentioned that starting March 17th, it will be the re-debut, the return, if you will, of Around the Point here on the YouTube channel. So that will be our new Sunday show, if you will, where we cannot wait. It's going to be an awesome time. So again, Around the Point returns on March 17th here on the YouTube channel. It'll be a podcast, obviously. So again, if you're not yet subbed to the channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? But I, as always, want to hear your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Did you enjoy the show? Did you hate the show? Motherflowers, let a motherflower know your thoughts on Raw tonight, which, by the way, was live from Philadelphia. Like I said, the Wells Fargo Center of all places, right? So this show kicked off with Roman Reigns, the big dog, if you will. And he's talking about how, Atlanta was great and now Philadelphia, this is our yard. And he went on to say that, you know what, there's still some unfinished business. So he brings out Seth Rollins. Rollins comes out, and as you know, again, Rollins is facing Brock at WrestleMania. He's rocking a new shirt, the Beast Slayer. I knew it was a matter of time. It was a fucking matter of time until they were going to come out with that shirt on WWE Shop. It was a fucking matter of time. And a good time, too, for WrestleMania weekend, too, and all that fun stuff. So Rollins wondering, okay, why calling them out? And he probably thought, okay, you know what? Maybe he wants next if he beats Brock at Mania, right? And Ambrose goes on to say, my bad, Roman, god damn it, yo, it's been a crazy day, okay? Been a fucking crazy day. Exactly, me too, Jay, me too. I wonder how WWE contracts are written. Me too, bro, I have no fucking clue. Maybe on a typewriter, I don't fucking know. So, you had Roman telling Rollins that, hey, he knows he's going to beat Brock at Mania. He believes it, but, he, again, remembers that, hey, he didn't lose the belt. And Rollins can, relate to it. Because remember, back in 2015, Rollins, lost the WWE title, but not because he lost in the ring, but because he got injured in the house show in Dublin. I believe it was during the European tour. So all this led to Roman telling Rollins that one thing that he wants is to get the band together one last time. That's right. They want to bring back the Shield. Bring back the Shield, buddies. And Rollins like, you know what? He's not sure. He was very hesitant about it, but because that's his brother, right? He'll do it. He'll bring back the band. They want Ambrose to come out. Ambrose makes his way to the ring, like to the entrance area, whatever, and then Eli hits him with his chair. Like you knew they were gonna do some stuff, some weird. Cause you just can't get it at the beginning of the show. No. Not happening, buddies. No, Motherflower, no. So that's what happened. To kick off Monday Night Raw. Essentially, they're teasing the Shield coming back. Oh my God, the Shield is returning once again. I'll be honest with you guys. I get it. They love the Shield and all that, but to me, honestly, like, it's been done before, and it really went nowhere. Let's be real about it. So I just don't care. I just don't give a shit, to be honest. We had our first match of the night. We had Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin versus the team of Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, and Kurt Angle. Old man Kurt, once again, put out there to wrestle. And I said this before. I feel like we're just overusing Kurt Angle here. And I get it. It's Philadelphia. It's not Pittsburgh, what have you. And one thing that I noticed about Kurt, he just really, really looked old out there. He looked old as shit. And what really pissed me off, in a way, and again, it's that detail, okay? That fucking detail. You give Kurt Angle the jobber treatment. What I mean is, so you come back from commercial break, you play Braun Strowman's music, right? You play Braun Strowman's music, and you have Kurt Angle already at ringside for the match. You don't give Kurt Angle, again, I know it's not Pittsburgh, it's Philadelphia, but it's still part of Pennsylvania, right? And you don't give him a proper introduction at his own entrance to the ring? Are you fucking shitting me, WWE? A WWE Hall of Famer in Kurt Angle? Which I thought was bullshit. I thought it was fucking bullshit. And then you had him out there getting all these bumps in, and he just looked old as shit. He just looked out of it. Like, again, you can just tell his body's been put through shit over the years, right? And it looked like they were about to win the match. Like, it looked like Finn had his match in the bag, and Lio Rush caused a distraction, preventing Balor from getting the win. And Strowman took out Rush by crushing him, by charging him through the barricade. So he made the sacrifice for the team, if you will. And all this led to, god damn it led to Lashley spearing Finn to win the match. So essentially, Lashley pinned the Intercontinental Champion. I'm pretty sure at Fastlane they'll have a match on the kickoff show of all things. We'll see. But I guarantee that will happen. Guys, give me your thoughts on that. Your thoughts on Angle. Do you think they need to really stop having him, wrestle every single week? Because I feel like, again, you don't want to overexpose him. You really, really don't. But that's my take on it overall. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. If not, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. We then had Natalya versus Ruby Riott in a match that no one cared for. No one asked for it. How many times have these two bitches gone at it before? I'm just curious. Again, I want to know. How many times have these two bitches gone at it before? Seriously. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait, Motherflower. And the match for what it was a short match. Riott kind of the sharpshooter with a small package. But Natalya reversed the momentum and won with a small package of her own. So Natty wins with a small package. Whoop-de-doo. No one cared in the match. Again, no one asked for, no one wanted, no one gave a shit about. I know I didn't. Where do they go from here? I don't fucking know. I have no fucking clue. We get backstage. We get the guest host, I guess, the guest for Raw. From Saturday Night Live, the update host, Michael Chi and Colin Jost. And they were greeted by Stephanie McMahon, who they revealed that they will be coming back as correspondents for WrestleMania. Cool, I guess you want to bring some celebrities, fine and dandy. They always do this shit every single fucking year. It's nothing new. There's nothing fucking new with that. And throughout the show, these two fucks wandered around. Again, I don't watch Saturday Night Live. I used to back in the day, but it's just not, again, it's whatever, right? I know Kenan Thompson from Kenan and Kel is on that show, so that's cool. But other than that, whatever. One of them put on a Mets hat. God damn it, you motherflower. Philadelphia didn't like it. I wonder why. And throughout the whole show, they're walking around the hallway, and they see characters like EC3, who is spraying water on his body. I'm sorry, he's done. When you put EC3 in a segment like this, that also involves No Way Jose, he's done. It's sad. It's fucking sad. I know Solid Monster said it on his podcast this past Sunday, that EC3 became like a Skype update, and I can see it now. Like, yep, here's a guy who left WWE many years ago as Derek Bateman, and he goes to TNA, Impact Wrestling, tears it up, right? Has these killer matches, right? Basically, they made him a star. They made him a fucking star. He comes back to WWE, and they once again, it's like all that hard work, just fuck it. No one gave a fuck. And I get it. Whatever you do outside WWE doesn't fucking matter. I get that. I understand that. But come on. You mean to tell me you have nothing for this guy? Right? Why the fuck did you bring him up in the first place? That's my question. But some things we'll never fucking know. But throughout the whole night, these two fucks, they're walking around. There's a moment, I guess, one of them gets choked by Braun Strowman. They asked, I just want to know, out of curiosity, between us, is any of this real? And Braun just choked him. And keep this in mind, they go to commercial and they come back and Braun is still choking them. Keep this in mind, the commercial break was like 3 minutes. So you mean to tell me this guy didn't die in 3 minutes after being choked out? Which I thought was fucking funny as hell, but whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. In the comments here, EC3 needs to go to SmackDown by Little Fettuccine 69, Torrie Wilson, the Hall of Fame. Boo emoji. Legendary Howard, woo, WrestleMania. I know, I do not have tickets yet. Don't have them yet. So in case you're going to ask. Jay King, this show bored me to tears. I can imagine. And that was that throughout with these two guys. But again, they're the correspondents for WrestleMania. So let's see how the fuck are they going to be utilized. Maybe they'll be back next week. I don't fucking know. We finally get the, I guess, Triple H in the ring finally. And he addresses the whole Batista situation. Remember, last week Batista showed up and he attacked Ric Flair, 70-year-old man, on his birthday, right? And Triple H, by the way, they played a video prior to this of Batista. He sent a video via the Instagram. Holy crap, that's how we cut promos nowadays, through Instagram and shit. Remember back in the day when WWE would promote Tout? And it was hot for a while, and then people just stopped giving a fuck. Like, Instagram came around, like Instagram and Vine came around, and they said, fuck you, Tout. But that's Around the Point. Which, by the way, guys, Around the Point returns on March 17th on a Sunday. That'll be our new Sunday podcast from the good people of the Team Hill podcast. See what I did there? So, Batista in this video talks about how he will not be there. He did not come to Philadelphia nor Pittsburgh to get that heel heat. And Triple H cut a promo, a passionate promo, I will say, a very, very passionate promo about Ric Flair. How last week he wasn't there for Ric Flair. He was there for Richard Fleer, the real person behind the Ric Flair persona. And he talked about all the stuff that Flair's gone through over the years, right? Losing his son, how last year, how he almost died, right? And Triple H at that time had fear of picking up his phone and just waiting for that call saying that he died, that Flair died, right? But he overcame all that. And last week, They did all that for him because Flair wanted to be there to celebrate that moment with the fans, right? But he loved above everything else, right? And how they were always together on the road through the good times, through the bad times, and all that stuff. And then he just really laid it on Batista how he's a coward, how he has no balls, how he would quit when things weren't going his way. Essentially, he said he finally has his attention. He's got the attention now. And we found out that next week they're supposed to do a face-to-face next week. I mean, you gotta get the ball rolling for their Mania match. I mean, why the fuck not, right? Makes sense. Now, does Batista show up next week? I don't think so. I mean, if you want to get more heat, you don't have him show up. You do not have him show up. You have him via satellite. That's just my opinion, of course. But guys, give me your thoughts. Do you have Batista show up next week? Or do you have it like a via satellite shit? We'll see. But I think, again, their match at WrestleMania, the build-up to this will be fine. It'll be fire. Because, again, Triple H wanted to say that, you know, fuck this whole character shit. It's the man now. Triple H, the person, right? Paul Levesque calling out Dave Bautista. So let's see where all this goes, guys. Give me your thoughts again on Triple H's promo and all that. I'll say this overall. His promo, I'll say this. Say what you want about Triple H, but when he's on the mic, it's gold. 9 times out of 10, when he's on that microphone, he's fucking gold. And I want to hear you guys, your guys' thoughts on all that, as always, in the comment thread of this video. If not, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. We found out the latest inductee of the WWE Hall of Fame through ESPNW. God damn it, I did not know there was an ESPNW. I'm serious when I say that shit. I did not know there was an ESPNW. Like, I know there's ESPN Deporte, there's ESPN2, ESPN Classic. But goddamn, I did not know there was an ESPNW. Just saying, right? And Torrie Wilson is the newest inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, they played a video clip. They played a video package. They managed to get a video package. For Torrie Wilson, of all fucking people, right? And listen, I understand people are upset about this. They're at an uproar. Fine. I get it. You have every right to feel a certain way. I get it. Now, this is what the women's division is against now. Torrie embodies that, right? What they're against now. But you got to remember this. When she was around, she was considered one of the most, I guess, appealing woman, I guess, for that roster at that time, right? The most downloaded woman on WWE.com back in 2003, 04. She did have that angle, right, with Al Wilson and Dawn Marie. I'll never forget the hotel segment that closed SmackDown at that time with her and Dawn Marie, right? Where Dawn Marie took off Torrie's clothes and shit, her making out with her. And that's how they closed SmackDown. I remember that one. Of course, fuck, you're talking at the time, you're talking to 12-year-old me. Holy shit. I'm just saying, right? I'll never forget the funeral segment where they're honoring Al Wilson, right? They had that match at the Rumble 2003. It was terrible. Other than that, if you ask me who should induct Torrie Wilson, I say Dawn Marie. I think Dawn Marie should be the one to induct Torrie Wilson. I know people, again, are so against it at this point, really. Again, this is the same Hall of Fame that has Coco Beware, and they have and Drew Carey. Let me remind you guys about that, okay? They have Drew Carey, and they have fucking Coco Beware. Just a food for thought for those that are complaining about Torrie fucking Wilson. Give me a fucking break. Just saying, okay? It is what it is. We also find out that Stephanie McMahon announced, because what happened last week with the... I'll tell you guys what, too. Give me your guys' thoughts on the commentary below, your memorable Torrie Wilson moment, if you can remember any. Just, again, let me know, just out of curiosity. I'll probably read them at the end of the stream, if you will. So we found that as well from last week. Again, that Ronda Rousey, quote-unquote, vacated the Raw Women's title, right? She dropped it on the mat and left. So Stephanie announced that because of all of this, Becky Lynch's suspension has been lifted. Oh, wow. wow. Her suspension has been lifted. And that Becky Lynch will face Charlotte Flair for the vacant Raw Women's Championship at Fastlane. Now, here's my issue. Okay? This is where I kind of like, they had to go that route, right? More at the end, but it's like, I feel like, honestly, what they should have done, and I'm going to say it again at the end of the stream too, they should have had Becky versus Charlotte, right? Yeah, have Becky, still be suspended, right? But have her sign this disclosure form that if she gets hurt, she can't sue and shit, right? But if Becky would have beaten Charlotte, then her suspension would have been lifted, and she would go on to WrestleMania to face Ronda in a one-on-one. That's the way I feel like it should have been. The winner faces Ronda at Mania. Okay? Just keep that in mind, too. We get a gauntlet match, Heavy Machinery running the gauntlet. All this because basically Charlie Caruso played Heavy Machinery a video where the Raw Tag Team, the mid-card, the jokes, if you will, of the Raw Tag Team division were making fun of Heavy Machinery, especially more of Otis, right? And what do you know? Otis and Tucker Knight, Otis and Tucker, they defeated the entire Raw Tag Team division, the mid-card, if you will, of the Ascension, the B Team, and Hawkins and Ryder. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Again, whoop-de-fucking-do. Because what happened early in the night with Elias and Dean Ambrose, we had Dean Ambrose and Elias in a one-on-one match. And again, throughout the night, too, you had Roman and Seth trying to talk to Dean Ambrose here. Trying to get the band back together. And Dean wasn't having it, too. And what do you know? Elias, after talking shit about Philadelphia, getting that heat, he beats Dean Ambrose clean. Oh, my God. He beat a former WWE champion, guys. He beat a former WWE champion. But Michael Cole didn't mention that one, did he? No. No mention of that at all. Not a fucking mention of that at all. Which is kind of ridiculous. I'm just saying. Makes zero fucking sense. You guys are kicking ass right now in the chat. Yeah, no Lacey Evans tonight. Thank God. In a way. Maybe the SmackDown Live, though. Which, by the way, I heard Asuka took a bad bump and she hurt her head. So, hopefully she's okay. I hope to God that she's okay. Just saying, okay? But after this, right, you had Ambrose, you had Rollins and Reigns come out. They try to get the Shield back together so badly, right? And Dean is not hearing this. He's not about it. He's leaving. He's leaving through the crowd, of all things. That's what really caught my attention. Okay, he's leaving through the crowd, right? Notice that he left through the fucking crowd. Shield style, right? How the Shield come back, would go into the ring back in the day. And then this led to Baron Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley to come out. And they talked about how, again, just crap. All this led to them attacking Rollins and they did the whole like surrounded the ring, and then they went to attack Rollins and Reigns, and this led to keep this. While this was happening, Ambrose was watching the whole thing. He's watching all of this, and he just couldn't help it. He went out to make the save for the team, right? To defend against Rollins and Roman, right? Remember last week, Rollins and Roman did the same thing for Ambrose. So they did all of that, and they made you wait for it too. The fist pump, the Shield fist bump, and the Shield, with that being said, are now back together. The band's back together for a limited time. Keep this in mind too. Throughout the Elias match with Ambrose, they did mention the fact that, oh my God, Ambrose's contract is running short soon. His contract is expiring soon. So they made you think, wait a minute. They actually mentioned that on television, that his contract's expiring. Could it be that Dean Ambrose is going to stay with WWE after all of a sudden? Could that be? Renee Young talked about him going to greater pasture. You just don't say that. You just don't say that kind of shit on WWE programming. You don't mention a contract expiring. Could it be that, oh my God, Dean Ambrose has found a way to stay with WWE? Could it be? No me diga. Don't tell him. We'll see. But guys, give me your thought. Do you guys still feel like this whole Amber thing is still a work? That he's gonna stay with WWE? Your thoughts on the Shield getting back together? And it turns out that at Fastlane we're gonna get the Shield versus I guess now Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and fucking Baron Corbin. So I take that back. Lashley will not be facing Finn Balor at all for the Intercontinental Championship. Which, again, the Shield getting back together. If Ambrose is on his way out, I guess, for one night only, I guess, fine. Again, I just don't care at this point in the juncture. I've seen the Shield form, break up, form again so many times already. It's like a Big Show heel turn, right? One day he's a babyface, next day he's a heel. And it's like a pattern almost and shit, right? So, whatever, at this point in the juncture. Let me get the comment. I'm reading the comments right now, real quick. Where am I here? Hey heel, how you doing? How you doing, Matt? How you doing, buddy? Hopefully I see a Ring of Honor for the New York show. We'll see. EC3 is to go to SmackDown with a little fettuccine 6'9". Yeah, I guess so. EC3 is fucking wasting away. I agree, Matt. Hey heel, hey Matt, how are you? Did they announced the Shield versus Drew, Bobby, and Corbin? Yeah, for Fastlane. Ron, they did. Power rank top 5 superstars after tonight's episode. Let's see here. I guess if anything, and again, this is in no order. This is in no order at all. Okay, in no order at all. Elias, can he beat Dean? He beat a former WWE champion after all, right? Ricochet, Ronda Rousey. I think Ronda will be at number 1. Let's see here. God damn it, you put me on the spot here, buddy. I would say, I guess Tamina. She did win her match after all, right? And I guess at number 5, okay, a 5th one, I would say Triple H for that promo. Yes, they did. Batista should dress up as Drac. Maybe so. Don't do it or don't have him jump him from behind. The show was shit, and dude has fucked up the Ronda Becky feud. Yeah, I agree with that, Big Mike. Me too, ESPN, W, what the fuck? Never heard of this. Agree, Big Mike, from Ron. Little Fettuccine 69. I'm just calling you Little Fettuccine, okay? The whole Becky Ronda Charlotte feud is losing steam. I agree with that too. Seth ain't winning anymore at Mania with this whole Shield thing for now. I think more than anything, the Shield getting together right now is, again, you have something for Rollins to do. You have something for Rollins to do until you get to WrestleMania. Ron writes here, I think the key to getting someone over is to have Vince remove them from a top title. Strowman first is slowly happening to Becky, and don't look promising for Kofi. We'll see what happens tomorrow on SmackDown Live. I mean, kill someone's momentum. Fair enough. Little Fettuccine, Torrie Wilson, Billy Gunn versus Jamie Noble and Nydia. No Lacey Evans tonight. I'd rather have Elias on the commentary team. Fair enough. Fair enough here. Hey, Torrie Wilson Playboy, though. Fire. And I agree. I remember that cover of Playboy. I remember when my friends bought it. I guess his dad bought it or something, and he stole it from him and shit. And going to school and finding out that my friend had the magazine with him and shit. And all of a sudden, cafeteria just looking through it, covering it through a textbook, and getting caught with it. So that was fun, I guess. Hope to God Dean leaves to be better if he leaves. We'll see. Dean has been buried since the Brock match at Mania by Little Fettuccine. So at Fastlane, the IC champ and the United States champ haven't wrestled on Sunday. That sucks. I'll be at GN Supercard. I'm trying to get there too. Oh my God. You guys are kicking ass in the comments. Thank you guys as always. Thank you guys. So that being said, we find out that, again, the Shield are going together one last time. One last fucking time, people. We get Tamina Snuka versus Sasha Banks in a regular match. Again, this Sunday it'll be Sasha and Bayley putting their WWE tag team titles, the women's tag team titles, against Tamina and Nia. You had Bayley and Nia at ringside. With a super kick after distractions at ringside, Nia, again, Tamina pinned Sasha, but there's a distraction between Nia and Bayley. Gotta remember, last week, Bayley beat Nia, so it's 50-50 booking here. What can I tell you? Whatever. We get a Raw Tag Team Championship match for the Raw Tag Team title between the Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. I'm going to say this. If you really thought that Ricochet and Aleister Black were going to win the Raw Tag Team titles, I just got to say LOL. LOL. It looked like they were, but during this match, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable were making their way to the ring. They were just literally standing at ringside. I think once they came out, you kind of knew, okay, something's gonna happen here, and it did. Gable and Bobby Roode, I think they attacked one of the. I think it was Dawson. If it's not Dawson, it was Wilder. Okay, one or the other, and that caused disqualification. Ricochet and Black are like, what the fuck? And Gable and Roode, they got in the ring. They were talking about how they were the former champions and they didn't get a rematch. Again, rematch clauses are done. So they're like, again, it's not right that these two guys get a tag team title match right away after being there for just 3 weeks. And they start brawling. They started going at it. I wonder what's going to happen at Fastlane. Just saying. Right? But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Like I said earlier, the Shield will have one final time at Fastlane in a match against McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin. Speaking of McIntyre, I know Fabe Connor, my good brother, if you will, on Twitter, he did a video where he sang Drew McIntyre's old theme song as Drew McIntyre. Because again, one thing about Connor, he does a very good Drew McIntyre impersonation. I will say that. So he did a song again as Drew McIntyre with his old theme song. If you've not checked that out yet, go watch it. It should be up on his Twitter at OKFabe. Connor, I'm just telling that right now, bro. I'm just telling you right now, that better be a super chat donation option. I'm just saying, it has to be. Has to fucking be. We then get the end of the show where you had Stephanie McMahon announce, I guess, what's going to happen at Fastlane, right? She comes out with the Women's title, and they bring out Becky, they bring out Charlotte, and Becky signs the contract again for a hold harmless agreement where again Becky can't sue WWE. She gets hurt because again at Fastlane it's gonna be Charlotte and Becky for the vacant Women's title, so we thought. And then you see Ronda arrive to the building late, and she's walking with that demeanor. She's mad as fuck, right? They play her music, she gets in the ring, and she wants her belt back. Because it's now what they agreed on, basically, right? So, this led to Stephanie finally giving the belt back to Ronda. And she made it now official at Fastlane. It'll be Becky versus Charlotte. And the stipulation is, if Becky wins, then she will be added to the WrestleMania main event. It'll become a triple threat. Now, listen. This is my issue. And again, I am not a fan of WrestleMania main event being triple threats or fatal four-way. To me, it should be one-on-one. That being said, it's not what people want. And the nerve of Stephanie say, ain't that what the people want? And like no one gave a shit in Philadelphia. It's not what the people want. I'm sorry, it's not. What people want is is Ronda versus Becky. That's what the fuck they want. Now, what they should have done is at Fastlane, you can have the match. No problem. But the stipulation should be the winner faces Ronda Rousey. But here's my issue too, okay? You have Becky Lynch. Again, I know I'm stuttering here and shit. It is what it is. You have Becky Lynch, who won the Royal Rumble, right? To earn this match with Ronda Rousey. And now you're having her face Charlotte, who she already beat before at Evolution, right? Just to get added back to the match that she already won to be in at the Royal Rumble match. So essentially you're saying, fuck you, the Royal Rumble match didn't mean jack shit. Now, granted, I get it too. Over the years, we've seen the winners of the Royal Rumble match not main event WrestleMania, right? I get that. I understand. They've been doing this for years. But to me, it's like, yo, if you're going to have your women finally main event WrestleMania, because again, they made that shit clear from the jump. They made it clear. Your main event is not Brock. It's not going to be the new Daniel Bryan. It's going to be the women, Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte. And again, I just wish it was a one-on-one match. I mean, they can still do that, I guess. We'll see what happens. But Ronda cuts this promo. Again, she literally, the real Ronda finally arrived. So she turned heel, essentially. She talked about how she did all this for you guys and they get no respect. All this, again, just breaking character, if you will. How all this fake bullshit. How she could beat both Ronda. How she could beat both Charlotte and Becky easily and shit. She's like, essentially, you know, screw the man, screw the woo, no one misses a nice bitch. And just went off and attacked both Charlotte and Becky. But mostly Becky. If you follow what they've been going through on Twitter, fine. But she beat the fuck out of Becky Lynch. She murked Becky Lynch. I guarantee you that Ronda Rousey, as she was beating up Becky, she imagined it being Holly Holm. You gotta believe that she pictured that being Holly Holm, the bitch that fucking knocked her out with that kick back at UFC 193. You gotta believe that Ronda was imagining Becky Lynch being Amanda Nunes, the bitch that fucking that basically retired from MMA, right? You just gotta think about that for a minute, right? But I'll say this though, a heel Ronda Rousey is probably the best thing that can happen to this program right now. I get it, her being a face, fine to begin with, but her as a heel, I prefer more. Essentially, I'll say that just like when I said on the podcast last night with this whole Twitter thing that they went through, it was probably the best thing that could happen to that feud. Just like tonight with Becky, with Ronda finally turning heel. It's the best thing that they could have done for her on the road to WrestleMania. But again, my only criticism is the fact that, okay, Becky has to win a match to get added to a match that she was entitled for by winning the Rumble match back in January. And we're saying fuck you to the Royal Rumble and meant nothing. That's my only issue. But again, guys, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below. Or if not, let me know on Twitter your thoughts on this whole stipulation at Fastlane. Because to me, again, it should be Becky and Charlotte, again, if you want to do it, where the winner faces Ronda at Mania. That's how it should be. But I'm ready to chat here, see what you guys wrote here. The real Ronda by Little Fitted Chase 69. Heel Ronda is a better Ronda, I agree. Becky versus Ronda should be the WrestleMania main event. Charlotte should be facing Asuka because there's no credible challengers on SmackDown Live. Smash, marry, kill, Ronda, Becky, Stephanie. I would marry Stephanie. I would kill Ronda, and I would smash Becky. Torrie Wilson, Sale Playboy. Yeah, exactly. That was a good article. That was a good article too. But again, guys, this has been the Raw Review. Thank you all for watching live here. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button down below. We're so close to 1,800. Hopefully get to 2K by the time we get to WrestleMania. But again, guys, thank you all for tuning in live. Just so you guys know, again, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button down below. Episode 283 of the Team Hill podcast available already on podcasting platforms like iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Also, starting on March 17th is the re-debut of Around the Point. It'll be our new Sunday podcast that we do here on the channel from the good people that bring you the Team Heel podcast. Also this week as well, we'll be giving you from our WrestleMania retro review. We'll be beginning with WrestleMania 11. God save us, God pray for us, if you will. But again, we're giving you reasons why you should sub to this channel. What the fuck are you waiting for? Again, sub to the channel now. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. And if you're new here again, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, it's me, it's Steve. I'll be back tomorrow for the SmackDown Live review. Thank you all for watching, and have a very, very good night and good day, what have you. Peace out, mother flowers. But goddamn, guys. Goddamn. Oh my god. Now you know we're on the road to WrestleMania. Kevin Owens is back. The Shield is back. Ronda's now a heel. No more Mrs. Nice Bitch. That should be a fucking t-shirt, WWE. Work on it now, mother flowers. Work on it now. No more Mrs. Nice Bitch. I love it.